Hi guys, welcome back. You're just in time for another great story. Today I'll be reading to you George and Dragonfly by Andy Blackford. George watched a film about lizards and snakes, and creatures that slither in rivers and lakes. He said to his mother, "Do you suppose, for my birthday or Christmas, I could have one of those?" His mom shook her head. "Most certainly not. You wanted a hamster and that's what you've got. It's me looks after him, gives him his tea. If you had a python, it's not hard to see who'd have to feed him, Daddy and me." "If I can't have a snake," said George to his hamster, "or a lizard or something, there's only one answer. I'll go to the jungle and live in the trees with a boa constrictor and 6 chimpanzees." So George packed a bag with some socks and some pants, and left for the land of man-eating ants. But George had no sooner set foot in the garden, than a red-spotted dragonfly said, "Beg your pardon, before you go off and live in a tree, there's a couple of friends that I'd like you to see." George followed the flight where he was shown, then, on its instructions, he lifted a stone. There coiled a millipede, all shiny and black, and a bright orange beetle with strips in its back. George was amazed. They were brilliant and pretty, not what you'd expect in the midst of a city. The dragonfly hovered and darted beyond, and waited for George by the side of a pond. There were tadpoles and toads and a fat friendly frog, and a great, created newt that lived under a log. The dragonfly flew to a web on a shrub, where a red and green spider sat right at the hub. 6 of its legs knitting a sweater, while the 2 at the back were writing a letter. On a twig on a brush, the fly landed next. "I say, do you mind?" said the twig, clearly vexed. "I'm an insect, you know, I just look like a stick." George was impressed. "That's a brilliant trick." "Morning, young George," called up Big Bumblebee. "Who needs a snake when there's all this to see?" But the dragonfly showed him one last surprise, a beautiful grass snake with beady black eyes. "Thank you," said George to his dragonfly guide. "That was totally great," and then he signed. "I think I'll go home and not leave in that tree. Why go to the jungle when there's all this to see?" The end. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this video, please give me big thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of new books. See you soon. Bye.